Hi, everybody, and happy Monday. Today is the 14th of October, 2024, and I have a very easy card, but I have a sneak peek for you at a new stamp set. So, this is a new online exclusive. It'll be out November 5th, and I was excited to show it to you. So, we are just going to flip this down and get started. Now, I'm going to show you what we're using, but I'm going to show you the card and then we're going to make it. Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining. We are cold and we were rainy here in Cleveland, but the sun did come out eventually for a little while. So this is called Pretty Petals. It's a two-step stamp set and not a lot of stamps and dies, but the dies do cut out the stamped images. And so there's something for every one of these stamps, and it's just a really fun set. Hi, thanks for joining. So today we are going to make, and let me show you the card we're making. We're going to make this card. And this is using that elegant winter paper. The name escaped me, but it will be in the downloadable tutorial. Hi, Pat. Thanks for joining. And I also used the cute crochet embossing folder. Now, when we're done with this, I'm going to show you a couple more ideas you can do with this card. So stay with me. Hi, Maria. Thanks for joining. Cold here in Ohio, too. So this is a little bit different measurement than I normally use. This is an 8 by 5.5. And I still scored it at 4.25. And you can see, because it's 8 inches, there's one side that's shorter than the other. And that's how I designed this card. I just kind of actually did it by mistake. And I liked it so much, I went with it. So this is Berry Burst. And this is going to be our card base. And then for a layer, I use some basic white. And to be honest with you, I don't remember the measurements. So I will put those in the tutorial for you, which will be there by tomorrow evening. And you'll be able to have it that way. But this is really pretty. I love that crochet embossing folder. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this onto our card base. So I hope you had a good weekend and had some fun time for yourself, whatever that was that you enjoyed doing. It was very rainy and cold, and I did a lot of stamping. So let's put this right about here. Okay, bring it down just a little bit. So I want some nice even edges, which I always seem to have trouble getting, but we'll work on it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I did cut a piece of Designer Series paper from that Winter Elegance. And this is just an inch, I believe an inch and a quarter by 5.25. And I'm going to adhere that a little bit over to the left side. So let's do that. And then we're going to stamp. Okay, that looks pretty good. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy you found me. And if you're with me live, like Pat and Maria and Mary, thank you so much. I just so appreciate being with all of you. And if you catch me on the replay, thank you for watching. I enjoy being with you remotely. So this is a piece of my basic white, and here are my two stamps. I've already mounted them. Now this one is the leaves, and this is the second step with the flowers, or at least what I'm using as second step. Now I chose to use shaded spruce and berry burst. And we're going to use bubble bath too. So I've brought them all in. Let's bring them down so you can see them. And I'm going to open them up and we're going to start. Now, this is got a distinctive stamp set. This is one where you're going to get some. Hi, Tinkerbell. Thank you for joining. Hi, Carla. This is one where you're going to get variation in color. You're going to have some dark areas, some light areas with some spots of white. That's one of the things I love because it almost gives your stamped image some texture. So I'm going to ink this up. I often will turn my stamps right side up and then ink them with the stamp pad upside down. So I'm just going to go down. Since this is photopolymer, I am using my piercing mat. I feel I get a better image when I use it than if I don't. And I don't know if it's because I don't press hard enough or what, but that's why I use it. So here's our leaves. Now, this second step is the flowers, and it fits right into here and goes ahead and fills in on the stems all those floral images. So I'm going to use Berry Burst for this, and we're just going to ink this one up, and this is our second step. And then we're going to do one more thing with this stamp. Okay, so let's stamp this one down. And I'm going to just position this, and I'm trying not to get my head in the camera, so I apologize if I do, and just bring that down and give it a good press. Now this is also going to be, because it has like a texture to it, you can see you have some light and dark, but I love that, just the image of that. So I'm going to clean this stamp, and we're going to restamp this over on the side here in bubble bath. So let's do that. And then I'm going to show you what we'll do. So let's go ahead and ink this one up. Okay. And I'm just going to come over here and stamp this. I'm just going to hold it there for a minute for the ink to absorb. And you can see the different images. Now I'm going to close this up here. And then if you were to bring in the dies, this one is going to cut this stamped image right here. And I have it right here for us. I went ahead and cut it out. And then this one is going to cut these petals. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those. You can use those to layer and get added dimension on top of your stamped floral image. So let's move these off. And I have these, all those little pink ones cut out. So I'm just going to kind of dump them out here. And we're going to lay them out, and you can probably see them better on this brown mat. So let's leave those there. And let's put this onto our card. So I've already added the dimensionals to this, and we're just going to take them off. Now, the new online exclusives will be available on November 5th. If you're currently a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, they're available to you now through the 4th of November as a pre-order. Also, if you join Stampin' Up!, you can pick those new online exclusives as part of your starter kit. So, different ways in which to get them. Okay, now I'm going to put this right over here and just up a little bit. Okay, now these, we're going to take our mini dimensionals and just kind of fill them in, or even, do I have any large left here? Well, let's go with the minis. So I'm just going to put one here, and we're going to pop this on, and you can fill them in where you want them. So this one is going to, I'm just going to put it in this blank space here. And then we're going to just add a few more. So it gives you a little bit more depth and dimension to your stamped image. And let's put one here. And I'm going to add another one right down here. Now these to me look like cone flowers, but what do I know? I do have cone flowers, which is why I thought that they reminded me of them. But we're going to put that one here, and then let's add a smaller one over in here. So you can add as many or as few as you want to. You don't even have to add them. You can just go with the stamped image that we started off with and finish up like that. And then we're going to put one more in. I'm going to put just these two little ones in. And then we're going to add our sentiment. So I really had some fun with this stamp set. When we're done here, I'm going to show you some really quick and easy note cards that you can make with this. So here's our front. You can use these on the inside or save them to use on another card. We're going to move them over, and I'm going to bring in my sentiment. Hi, Lydia. Thank you for hopping on with us. And Tinkerbell, you're new to my channel. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're with us. So I used Truly Deeply Grateful, and I believe that's from Everyday Greetings. And I just gonna kind of position it here. For my inside, I embossed a 1-inch strip using the same embossing folder, the crochet, so that I had just an edge, and then just stamped a simple greeting. So truly, deeply grateful for you. And we're going to go ahead and adhere this to the inside of our card. And then we'll add our gems. So this is going to go in just like this. And I thought I'd use my Tinsel Gems 4-pack because that has the Berry Burst in it. So let's add, I'm going to add one large one right here in the center of that crocheted area. And then I'm going to take a small one, and I'm going to add one right up here. And let's take another large, I think a small one. And we're going to add that in here. Okay. So look at that. Here's our first card. So quick, easy, really fun stamp set. Now, let me show you some note cards that you can do. Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm glad you like it. Now, if you need note cards, maybe you want to give them as a gift, or you just need some note cards to send some quick thank yous or thinking of you. I am using our note cards that Stampin' Up! Sells in a pack of 20. And that comes with envelopes, and I thought I had 2 here, but I have 1. So I'm going to go ahead. These are pre-scored, and I'm going to fold it onto the score line and just give it a good burnishing. And we're going to just do SIP, stamps, ink, and paper. So let's take our stamp, this one again, and I'm going to bring this back in. And we're going to ink this up again using the shaded spruce. But this time I'm going to use Highland Heather for my flowers. So I'm just going to ink this up here. All right. And I tend to wear greens and blues, so I try to remember to close them up. I'm going to open this up and just stamp on the outside of my card. So let's go right here. Again, I'm going to give it a good press and let that ink. And now we're going to use Highland Heather. And we are going to stamp our flowers. So I'm just going to clean this off real quick on my chamois. And then we're going to ink this up. Oh, Lydia, I'm glad you like the color combinations. So let's take this and we're going to turn it around. And again, lining it up, and it is really easy to line up. I'm going to go down and just stamp. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment, and I have Thinking of You. And we're going to do that in Tuxedo Black Memento ink. So let's do that here. And then I have another one to show you that's already done. Now I want to make sure this is inked up well. For some reason, now if your stamps are new and they aren't inking well, that's just because of the finish on the stamps. Just clean them off with like either stamp cleaner or water and a microfiber cloth. You can even use alcohol, but I like using the microfiber cloth and water better. And I'm just going to stamp this down here. And I could have stamped my flower up higher. And then we're going to add a few glossy dots. Now these are grape. They're not the Highland Heather, but I think they look really pretty with this. And we're just going to add, well, we might add it. Let's pick that little guy up, put one here. Let's add another one here. Right down here, and let's take a medium one, and I'm going to add that right in here. So here's your note card. Now let me show you a second note card that I did using the Berry Burst, and again the same stamp setting, but really quick and easy note cards. This stamp set, you can do so much more with it, and we're going to be using it again soon. Here is my envelope to match the card that we did. I used the same Designer Series paper on the flap. And then we have these 2 note cards. So let me bring you back to me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a great new stamp set. I think it's going to be one of my new favorites. I love two-step stamping. So I hope you liked these quick and easy cards. I sure enjoyed being with you and showing them to you. I hope you have a great evening. Stay safe and well. If you did like today's video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It helps me grow my channel. Also, if you want to share it, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I will see you on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock with another fun fold. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you soon.